Expanding a small business into a retail space can be really exciting, but it's also a very big financial commitment, and understanding the lease that you're signing is what's gonna make or break your cash flow. I'm Dusty with Schooner Bay Realty in Southwest Florida, and in this video, I'm gonna try to break down for you in plain terms the different types of commercial leases that you can expect when you expand into a space. The most common one that you're gonna see is called a triple net lease, or NNN. And in addition to your rent, you become responsible for a share of property taxes, building insurance, and maintenance. So if the parking lot gets repaved or if insurance premiums go up, part of that bill can come back to you. So a $2,000 lease on paper might actually come in closer to $2,800 once you add all those extras in. And that's money that a small business could be using for other things like payroll, inventory, or marketing. Over on the other end, you have a gross lease, which gives you a predictable number each month. This is where the landlord will cover the taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Your base rent will be higher, but you avoid any surprises each month. And for a small business owner who values that stability of their cash flow, this might give them the most peace of mind. In the middle, you have what's called a modified gross lease, where you will pay the base rent, but then certain expenses like utilities or janitorial services might get covered by the landlord. But all of that is super dependent on negotiation, so you really have to read the fine print. When you're comparing spaces, don't just focus on the advertised rent, because a lower triple net could end up costing you more than an advertised higher price gross lease once you factor everything in. You wanna always calculate your true monthly cost. Commercial leases typically run from like 3 to 5 years, which is a really long time in the lifespan of a small business. If you expect to grow pretty quickly, you want to avoid being locked into a space that's too small by year 3. And if stability is your priority, negotiating renewal and caps on rent increases might protect your business down the road. And you really don't want to go this alone if you're not experienced. An agent who's familiar with buying and selling commercial properties will help you to compare these leases apples to apples, and then an attorney or online legal services can help you make sure your contract safeguards your business. So moving into a retail space as a small business is a huge step forward, but really only if you understand the lease. You want to calculate the full cost and negotiate terms that align with your growth plan.